Hey there, guys. It's Ross Brizovar, and I'm the creator of Digital App and Resource Tracker, or better known as DART. And I have not been emailing too much lately because we've been very busy making updates and changes to DART. I want to give a shout out to many of you that have been given some fantastic feedback and ideas on how to enhance or make it better. Um, I also am very appreciative of the tons of thank yous and uh, positive comments that have been given and sent either via email or my support desk. So I greatly appreciate that. This is definitely a tool that was built and designed out of my own personal frustrations for many of the items that were on the sales page, and I'm glad that this hit home for many of you as well. I wanted to just do this quick video. I don't want to take too much time of your weekend, but I thought it was important to note that we have been making some changes, and I wanted to explain what some of them are. Some of them are pretty easy. Some of them you may not see, or they may be kind of subtle. So first and foremost, if you were having any troubles with the filter or search function, that has been resolved. It was a minor, very minor little thing. I didn't get any support feedback on it from anybody. I found it myself and we took care of it right away. But if you were, I want to let you know that was taken care of. Also, great idea, suggestion from someone, and I must apologize. I don't know, I can't give personal shout outs to everybody that gave me feedback and ideas on what to change. But if you can notice in the bottom right hand corner over here, the minute you start scrolling down, you'll notice there is um, a small square with an arrow. That is so that you could easily get back to the top. I had someone who has about 500 or so products in his um, list, and he said scrolling was getting tiresome. So we put that in just for him. I hope this helps. Um, Also, we had a banner here at the very top, was for the Chrome extension. If you haven't received it yet, it is free as part of this package, so please go to the help section now, and as you hover, you'll notice on the bottom right hand corner, or the bottom menu item is Chrome extension. If you click here, it'll take you to Google's Chrome Play Store, or whatever they call it, and you can download it for free. Uh, One thing about the extension, just so you note, um, the key feature is that it will pop up and give you a reminder when you return back to a sales page if it's in our database. And one of the things also on my list to explain is that you don't see the directory button up here anymore. We've sort of hidden that for the time being. Um, we actually have currently over 46,000 products that have been uploaded into Dart, and you can imagine that the time necessary to get all that into the database correctly is very, very time consuming. So the directory itself was a part of that, and we just felt it wasn't going to work properly until we had everything fixed on our side, or not necessarily fixed, but approved. So that's first and foremost. But with the Dart extension, there are a couple things that you can use it for that you may not have known in the beginning, where when you go back to a sales page or to the website where you're logging in, if you're not logged into Dart at the time, if you click that button, it will automatically open up Dart and take you to a form where you can put your information in. Of course, if it's in our database, it'll already pre-populate with some of the data we have already, and then you just have to fill in, some of the other details, such as how much you paid for it and what day you bought it on and such, because obviously we wouldn't have that information. Um, so if you haven't got it, please go get it from here. If we have any other bonuses later on in time, we will add them here as well. All right. Okay, so some people had asked if we could make the sales page URL um, not required. It used to be required, and the reason for that, if you've noticed, um, this orange border is because this product was actually downloaded via the import buttons. And if you also haven't noticed, Warrior Plus has now been added to this. So you can log into JVZoo account or your Warrior Plus account to import your products, and obviously that'll make it faster. Now, please let me do a caveat right here. There's actually two things. Whenever you're importing from JVZoo and Warrior Plus, most specifically when you're trying to just download all 250 products you have, realize this. Um, it First of all, the information that's being brought over from JVZoo and Warrior Plus is all of the data that they have. Okay, we're grabbing it all. Unfortunately, we've had some people come back and say, hey, well, it didn't grab this, didn't grab that. Well, that's because Warrior Plus and JVZoo doesn't host that information. So for instance, JVZoo and Warrior Plus, they have no idea if it's a training course, if it's a plugin, if it's a piece of software, if it's a video maker, package. They don't know that information, and it's not listed anywhere that we can grab. You do need to go if you really want to make as much, get as much out of this product as you can. It's very important, I think, is to go in and make sure that the information's in there. So what we did is we tried to make it easy for you so that once you've done an import, and especially if it's a lot of them, you could easily scroll down and notice which ones were imported. So you can right away make those changes. And we also added the ability to do those changes right here on the front. You can put your key features in, you can put the sales page URL, and you can select a category and hit save. Now this is important because the category will help you for searching later on. By the way, while I'm here, by early next week, which is around the 20th or 21st of April, we will be having graphics and videos split out as well as plugin and themes. That was also asked from someone. Plus, it was asked if we could make it a little bit easier to add things. So we are also working on that solution as well. All right, but it's important that you go through and you find the ones that you have just imported and make these changes, because later on when you're going to look for instance, all the plugins you have, well, if you don't have this selected, you're not going to find the plugin you're looking for. All right. Anyways, some people were adding this and the key features, but not the sales page URL because maybe they didn't have it at the moment. But because it was required earlier, it would not allow you to save it. So we've made that not required. So you no longer have to put that in here. But again, it is something that is quite unique and interesting. Now, one of the other suggestions one of the women that purchased gave us was if there was a way to do a screenshot of the sales page. You know how sometimes the sales page goes away, and if they could do a whole screenshot. So at the moment, we have software that we've just loaded to the server that will give that option to us. So you'll be able to go in and grab the screenshot. Where it will appear is when you click on this, on the item, and you get this pop-up of the display of all the information. And by the way, if you didn't know this was here, this is quite handy. You can just click this. For instance, anything that's a link, if you click it, it'll automatically take you to that page or open up email so you can contact the help desk or support email right away. But down here somewhere, we are going to have the thumbnail screenshot so you can click on it to open up that document. All right, so thank you for whoever gave me that suggestion. I greatly appreciate it because it is quite handy to have, so you don't have to keep going back and forth and then finding that the sales page no longer exists. You can't remember what the bonuses were or what kind of suggestions they gave to use their product. So I like having it as well. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Reminders, if you don't have a reminder, it does not show up anymore. And speaking of reminders, you may notice now that we have two reminders. We have one for subscriptions, which was basically what we started with, but then we also decided to put in a custom email reminder, and this is for a couple of reasons. I personally did it was because I do business with clients in different countries that I fly to, and it may be next month before I'll fly, so I want to set a reminder for myself to make sure that I set up a demo for a particular tool that I might have downloaded before I fly. And I can send myself an email notification saying, hey, don't forget, to set up the demo. And then someone else came up with a great idea that this could also be used for when you're doing trial periods. Sometimes people give you $1 or, for a week or 2 weeks or a month, whatever the trial is. And you can set yourself an email reminder not to forget that trial is coming up, and then you can make your decision if you're going to keep it or not. Okay, yes, we also have the PayPal transaction ID. Someone asked for that as well. So when you click on Add Resource and you scroll down here to additional information, right here where it says Transaction ID, which is usually from JVZoo or Warrior Plus, you can now also put your PayPal transaction ID in. Somebody had asked for that as well. And I think that's it. Now, I wanted to let you know that if there's anybody here that is, interested in working with us whether it's beta testing new modules, have new ideas for what we could do with the software, not just what the current tracking system, but the other modules we plan on building in the future. Um, I've had a couple people ask for the ability to, to market this as a JV partner. I'm open, so please contact me back via email. I'd love to hear from you, or you can hit us up on our support desk. And look forward to hearing from you soon. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, I'm very open to them. I can't guarantee I'll get to every one of them, but I'm certainly hoping to get to those that make this product much better and more efficient. Thanks very much for your time, and have a great weekend.